Well, greetings. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, I'm in a different location. I will be for one more day, today and tomorrow, and that is it for a while. Only reasons for the travel because I'm losing my mind. I'm slowly going insane, as you might already notice. Of course, with traffic today, I like to live in a world where there's no traffic, where there's just portals. You dial 0 and you go into another dimension. This is freaking ridiculous here. As for, I was listening to a radio show, not mine, or not connected to me. Actually, I unsubscribed because what I was hearing, it's like, give me a break. That we are only, they're meant to be in third dimension, but we can't shift into fourth dimension, 5D, in time. Obviously, it's not going to happen as soon as many of us like right now. Obviously, we need to be here in the third dimension to assist, be a part of this, but a lot of us are like, a lot of people here, I believe, are connected to the higher dimensions, and it's hell on earth being here because they really want to let go of this reality and go into the higher dimensions and get the hell out of Dodge. A lot of people are going through a lot of suffering for being here to assist humanity to heal. They can't heal themselves, but they are I believe a lot of people, well, I don't know about a lot. Well, there are souls here that are like mentally tortured being in this reality. And not many people can relate to that. And it's different. I mean, yeah, you're going to have struggles of, oh, I'm not a millionaire, I'm not this, I'm not that, blah, blah, blah. But others are just to get through everyday life is very difficult. A lot of them, well, not all of them, but some of them are higher dimensional energies that are here to assist humanity in its evolution. And being in third dimension is nothing but pain. So they do exist. I've connected to some of them. I think I'm one of them to a degree, or I don't know. I think we're all kind of losing it. So, that's why I try to, so for tonight's connection, try to keep it a little bit lighter. I'm not sure if that helps at all. But I figured I'd put that out there. I was listening to a radio show. It was something about Zetas are only AI or some kind of nonsense. It's like Zetas are a little bit of everything. It depends on the Zeta you're connected to. And if you just say one Zeta is an AI and they're all just from here, they're not from somewhere else, are you serious? It's like they're from multi-dimensional places, all from different, whatever. So tunnel vision in the spiritual community, that's fine. Obviously, not everyone's going to understand everything. I don't understand everything either, but that radio show gets a lot of attention too. And I'm not going to listen to it ever. I know I don't normally listen to it, but I figured I'd check it out, and I got away from that sucker. I don't remember the name of it. I don't want to know. I don't want to look at it. Not important. All right, so today's connections are going to be with Agarthan energies. Now, there's also this debate about Agartha. You can't trust Agarthians, yada, yada, yada. It's like, you can say the same thing about the aliens. You can say anything about your neighbors. If that's the type of fear you need, that's the fear you need. But sometimes when people see that fear, and especially where that information comes from, there's a lot to learn there. But for me, it's helping me open up more. And I would say it's about time. Of course, it's time and place for everything, obviously. But connecting more, I feel more tree energies. Of course, when I was in traffic, I didn't get a good vibe of anything. Then again, who really does? Well, if you're not going anywhere, not doing anything, but if you want to actually, anyway, I wouldn't wish traffic on anybody. Or snow, for that matter. Of course, there are dimensions where there is snow where it's hot out. That's different. Never thought about it that way. So, yeah. So, for tonight's connections, though, Leprechaun energies have been around recently. After the whole traffic ordeal, aliens from Agartha and Sword in the Stone. So, basically, it's a mixture of Agarthian energies and alien vibrations. You kind of need one to connect to the other. And He said, "I've not always been ready to connect." Agarthians have been very quiet for various reasons. I feel like there's a lot of timeline energies because of that. There's a time and place for everything. And yeah, they have not made themselves known. Well, they do through nature. And yes, it is true, though, that Agarthian beings can be very, you can give you a lot of reasons not to trust them. But then again, the same thing goes for aliens. But Garthians can be very, I mean, imagine connected energies like, yeah. Yeah, they can kick our ass. They have been, technically. But there's also a lot of positives to them, also. So you have to overcome that fear with everything. The aliens recently, I guess you can say I'm getting aggravated. But it's whatever I'm connected to. I'm not I'm not alone here. I'm not getting the information or the connection I'm looking for. Let's put it that way. Whatever it might be, I'm not getting. I kind of illustrated that here and there. It's like, but that's okay. I mean, it's kind of throwing a fire to their ass or whatever it might be. Whatever, however you want to look at it. It's just different perspectives. For those who are new to all this, is ivantoler.com. I have private sessions throughout the week. I just do a quick review. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, Google Hangouts, Zoom, and channeling by phone. We have that. We have shop here. I'm about Saturday. Those are submitted questions on Saturday. We answered on submitted last Saturday. We answered tomorrow. It's the same situation here. We have other channels and healers I do recommend. I'm going to do some adjustments here and add another connection here. I haven't got around to it. Yes, so I have whatever this is, the social network. I'm not posted, but thank you for those that are posting. And we have a complete and utter insanity here. That's the thing about the rabbit, though. What's coming with that? I'll have to do a lot of apologizing. Where it's going is nuts. Which reminds me, I have an update to do on that. So, I think so. All right. Long story. There's a lot of where it's going is complete insanity. Like the ultimate low. All right, for Leprechaun connections here. Obviously, there are different types. There are good luck charms. A lot more to it than that. They are connected to the tree energies. They are assisting us through healing, through the heart. Some of them cannot always be trusted, but there's always a positive and a not so positive. And positive energies, I guess we're just going to do a conscious connection, probably best for today. Give myself a little bit of break. A lot of them are part of music, Celtic music. Leprechauns are all through the Celtic music, all through it. Just those are composing music, just ask the leprechaun energies for good luck, good vibrations, open up your chakras, open up your mind, free yourself from the third dimension, basically. Free now. We're here physically in the third dimension, but it does not mean you can think fourth dimensional though. Always not the easiest. Takes time. Especially I was in traffic today. I was like, well, I did say it's like pick up your phone, dial 0, open up a portal, you're gone. You're somewhere else. Or open up a business. It's like, portal business. It's like here, if somebody calls you up, say, yeah, 5 cents. Open up here's 5 cents. Open up a portal for me. That's actually in the rabbit thing. Actually, it's not for free, but anyway, you can always charge too. But someone would do a freebie or free anyway. Either way. Well, sorry. Apologize. Anyway, you can actually. Well, obviously, we're here for third dimensional teachings, not just for people here need to open up to 4, 5, 6D because it might suck at times, but humanity needs to feel those vibrations coming from you. Man in the third dimension, they need that. Yeah, you might be here in the physical, but you're connecting to other energies here that, you feel like you're a foreigner, you're alone on the planet. Obviously, you're not, but you kind of feel that way. Human-wise, third dimension-wise. So the more you go It's like, if you're, having this knowledge is great and everything, but some still put it to a third dimensional thinking. Nothing wrong with that. Keeps you sane, though. You go to fourth dimensional thinking, 5D, 6D, life becomes very lonely because you can't relate to nobody. That sucks. So there's very few of those. There's a lot of them, but still few compared to the population. But as those numbers start increasing, depression levels will probably go up. Well, not everybody's aware of what they're connecting to. So when people can realize what they're connecting to, yes, I'm just connecting to higher dimensional spirit energies, and I'm losing my freaking mind because people are just, talking about their looks and crap and stuff I don't care about and blah, 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 just third dimensional nonsense. Those in the third dimension right now are going to that radio show, gathering information, and not really ready to go to the 4D, 5D. They're getting information for the 4 and 5, but not really thinking that way. I don't think many of them. Some of them are, but it's like third dimensioning to higher dimensional energies. When you can actually come from the 4th and 5D, it's like it's only at the top. Well, not through ego, but it's just very isolating. Okay, I kind of diverted to another direction. So with let's see. I guess we bring the Leprechaun and vibrations. All right, we'll just do it. It feels like they're only comfortable conscious channeling, so we'll just continue with that. Yeah, they are part of the wind energies of Mother Nature. They do talk to Mother Nature all the time, of basically helping people connect to drinking, eating, entertainment. They love entertainment. They're always around conversations. They love that stuff. Leprechauns are not just for Ireland and Irish people. They're for everybody. There's all different kinds. There's Italian leprechauns. Just the leprechaun energy. They've been seen there, but they're not always there. I mean, they are, but it's not just for Irish people. They're for anybody. You might see them wearing different costumes. Like, I'm a leprechaun, but I'm wearing a blue suit or whatever the hell it is. I'm wearing white. Because it's not really. There's like a human is different colors, different this, tall, whatever, race and all of that. Same thing with them. They're not all, even the leprechauns, are they normally seen as white, like little elf beings? That's not always the case. Different color leprechauns, different Italian, what are Norwegians, whatever you can think of, Africans, it's different types. Not mentioned because they're healing a lot of Ireland. Ireland has been through a lot. So obviously other places have been through a lot too. Look at the Middle East. Different energies for different places. You can say that's where they originated from, was Ireland, but they can go anywhere. And they do look elf-like. They look like kind of creature-like to some degree. And their faces are kind of big mole on their nose, whatever it might be. They're not always the most attractive looking as female. And also, that's another thing. Leprechauns, I don't know why male, but at least according to pop culture. But they're also females. So, like I said, Spanish type. That's, like I said, that's where they originate. It's where they're first saw, kind of tradition, yada, yada, yada. If we show them an Asian leprechaun, we're going to be seen as heresy. It's terrible. It's like, guess what? Like the Easter bunny, there's different types of bunnies that are seen as the Easter bunny. We always see the white bunny for Easter. Well, maybe that's for part of tradition. So, there's always going to be something different. So, yeah, there's a stereotype on leprechauns. All different species. Yeah, there might be parallel realities where it doesn't matter. People are still more of the third dimensional mentalities. They're having trouble breaking free. Many of you are breaking free. When you start feeling other multidimensional versions of you too, it shows that you're definitely going into the 4th and 5D or maybe 6D. You're feeling other versions of you. Maybe not all the time, but here, every once in a while, I feel there's another version of me connecting to me. And the elementals are to help that, of course, the spirit world also, but on this world, basically, a lot of the elementals, along with spirit guides, of course, and the aliens are help you keep adjustments here, so you don't break out of this reality too far. You might break out of a little bit because we do test our reality. Those that are awakening more to 4 and 560, etc., and really embrace it can break through this reality quite easily. Of course, that's where you get blockages. That's where they try to keep you here sustained. It's like, you're ready to roll out of here, aren't you? Yeah, I am. Ready to leave Earth. Yeah. So they have to kind of put a gateway around you to keep you here. It's not to imprison you or something. It's just some people open up quicker than they thought they would. And so you want to break out of this reality. You want to go into other parallel realities and get out of this place. Quite understood. Because this place does look a lot more boring. So I would say that if you find this reality boring, is that you've kind of run its course. Not entirely, but you know, if you find things here that just aren't fulfilling as they used to, it's basically kind of, you know, I don't know what's going on with that, where everyone's different individually, but of course, a lot of people feel that way, but you know, they find ways of entertaining themselves. They have Netflix and stuff like that. So they find some way, but some people will go to Netflix and other things and just like, this doesn't work. Nothing works. That's when you know you're kind of like, you ran this course. You're definitely on your last incarnation here, because you coming back here is highly unlikely. Yeah, when you really, when there's boredom on all levels, yeah, your stay here, yes, is going to probably be for a while, but for this incarnation, but does not mean you're going to return. That's unlikely. But that's why you connect to your astral. It's not the easiest. Yeah, surviving this place is not simple. There's no handbook on it. You have to figure out what brings happiness to yourself, whatever it might be. Once again, like leprechauns, they are known to drink a lot and party too much and talk about crazy ass shit. So they also do help with conversations to get really out there, not necessarily spiritually, but just crazy. They like people to laugh. They enjoy the hell out of that. Yeah, they can be kind of like narcissists in that regard, or just bubbling with laughter. So the Leprechauns, they appear on different levels. Yeah, they don't want to. Let's see. I don't think today is a good day for channeling them. Like, to go deeper with it. Or just use this as a preview. They do provoke dragons. They do mess with dragons and their tails. They can possess spirit beings. They do open up the tree energies. That's one thing I was connecting more to this. I felt more tree vibrations, depending on where you are, of course. And they're assisting, of course. And let's see. The tree consciousness is not always understood. There's a lot of blockages there. Once again, if you have a talking tree, it's very distracting. So that's another reason why trees aren't always the most vocal for now. You don't always have to feel like connect to yourself, not worry about the trees so much. They're always connected to humanity. They're connected to your chakras, to your root. They know who you are. They know the trees live through you. The tree energies. All of them. That's how Mother Earth connects to you, through the tree vibrations, through air, but definitely through the trees. All of them. So if you're worried about privacy, yeah, well, have fun with that one. So the next time you see a tree, you might want to cover yourself up. But then the chances are they probably already seen everything. So yeah, I probably would just open up a whole thing of, yeah. And trees are known to clone themselves also. They just throw that one in there. Obviously, through astral, you can clone yourselves quite a bit. But when trees do get knocked down and cut down, they just move they move somewhere else. They never go away. So no, well, they always want to be with Mother Earth's vibration because the trees keep the Earth going, obviously. So just because one's cut down does not mean they're going somewhere else. Either they combine with another energy, they call into another. Either way, they're always being grown, and they might come up as a different plant or flower, whatever it might be, until I know it sounds weird before until they're fully grown. They're always within the Earth's soil. Let's put it that way. Even in the desert, tree energies are everywhere. And there's also the sand people. If you want to connect, there's also the flower people. The flower ones are kind of interesting. They're very connected. The flower people might be really out there for some people right now. Yeah, it's like basically like fairy beings that are flower. I know it sounds. It's like they have like a. Yeah, let's talk about psychedelic. They're obviously in another dimension. It's like they're just human. They're humanoid. They do have like the little the pointy ears, and they're just known to grow flowers. I know that sounds weird. They're not making themselves known too much, but they're always around flower vibrations. Let's put it that way. They're small people. They assist with the growing. Let's put it that way. The little people, they're energies, but they can be in the physical realm. The flower people. Yeah. Welcome to Psychoticville. Yeah, and they're known to connect to spirit guides. Spirit guide energies are very much connected to the flowers, basically for high vibrational energies. Flowers are energies from the higher dimensions. Of course, everything here is. Well, you know what it is. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's creation. And thinking about flower dimensions, it just basically because flower energies are connected to. Are they connected to? What is it? Scents and all that stuff, and all clones, and I don't know, but I believe that's connected to that. Yeah. So there's always going to be they smell good. Not always, because some flowers do grow up in shit. So, but either way, they smell good anyway. They find a way to scent themselves. Aliens of Agartha. Yeah, there are many alien beings. The Aztec came through yesterday. I really felt that. I was not expecting that. The Egyptian energies, not just, they're Syrian, but some Egyptians call themselves the Egyptians, where they don't feel like they're connected to Sirius or anybody. Same thing as Aztec beings. Some Egyptians, yes, we are connected to Syrians. Others say, no, we're not. We are the Egyptians. We are from another world. We are not higher than you. We are educating you, but you're educating us also. We're part of your lineage. Many of us are from Orion, but we don't call ourselves from Orion beings, but you can call us that. Egyptian beings come from all places of the universe, and many of them will also, another word is the Martians. So if you wonder, Egyptian Martians, they do connect to a certain type of clothing. They're on a planet like this one, so they change their environment, they look differently. So when you hear Egyptian and Mars together, it's Anunnaki to a degree. There's always Martian Anunnakis, but Martian Egyptians is really the vibration. That's really, you're always going to find other species involved, but definitely Mars and Egyptians. Obviously, not everyone's going to get along. It's a mixture of vibrations. They humanized a lot of it. So it is what we see here is the Earth's version of the Egyptians. But of course, they're not called the Egyptians everywhere else. They're called whatever they're called, but call the Egyptians is fine. It's a codex energy. They know what the hell you're talking about. It's this species. But Egyptians and the Martians are very are very much, I would say, one. So, and so it gives you another. So Martians came from Orion, parts of Orion. I feel Martians are a little bit of everybody once again, like we are. It's just the Martians are a very bizarre group. Just there are Martian worlds and other realities and other star systems don't call themselves Martians, but it's pretty much the same. It's the same energy, though. I mean, all species do evolve, so there's never one exact one. Well, there's always similarities, but nothing's ever exact. We're not, like us in the 1950s are not the same as the 1970s. We evolved too. So it's, we're going to be evolving to more of an animalistic species eventually, where we just see more cat features, more dog features. Not with everybody, but certain ones. It's already happening now. More pig features. They become more accepted. We got a while for that one. I want to see the donkey people. That would be interesting. So that would be, yeah, I've seen donkey humans. Yeah, there you go. We already see ape people here. Michelle Obama is part of that vibration. Not to do any racism stuff, but she does have a lot of that. So the donkey people, I don't know what how I'm connecting to that. So, I'm sorry, apologies. I keep apologizing. Let's see here. Agarthians can be very diverse, meaning they can be very hard-headed as you connect to the magic of yourselves. Some will say trust no one, trust yourself. Agarthians can be very tricky, yes. But if you know yourself, you have nothing to worry about. Yes, because you're coming into an age of enlightenment with Mother Earth. So connecting Agartha is connecting to Mother Earth's energies and truly bringing, it's like even yourself can turn into a tree person. That's neat. We actually have we feel like there's not, you might not see it in your reality, but like a tree branch growing out of you or leaves growing is like, well, I'm feeling like leaves are growing out of me right now. Well, you're definitely was a plant being of some kind here, and you're connecting to those vibrations. That's neat. So it can be very tricky because there's a lot of trickster energies here, because some only reason because some beings are testing you. Some are, because do you want this power? If you're scared, they're gonna mess with you. If you're not scared, it's like, I can handle this. Like, of course, there's always too much confidence, but some beings here are it's a rough world. I mean, you see how reality is. It's rough. So connecting to Agartha, it's just like use caution. Maybe not trust everything that you're connecting to. Now, with what I'm connected to, I trust what's going on. But even hearing that shows that it's like when you say you got to be careful what you're connecting to. Is that justified? Don't trust everything. If you feel something not right, don't get lost. I don't feel any of that right now. So it's not like a warning, but it's also caution, just like anything else. It makes sense. It's like some people can be very too trusting, and you got to be careful with that. It's just, yeah, because some people here can be really trusting, and you can get possessed. Like there was a channel where, yeah, I feel that one channeled a tree fairy or something, and the fairy really walked into that person. It wasn't guarding his energies right. So you gotta be careful. Like the leprechauns. I didn't channel it. I mean, it doesn't feel right to channel their energy for some reason. Maybe they're not the most trusting beings. I don't know. I'll try to connect to them tomorrow. We'll see how things go. I think tomorrow will be a better day for it. But see what I mean? I just say they're negative, but whatever is going on, I don't know. It doesn't matter. So you just gotta be careful what you're connecting. Mother Earth's energies are very powerful, more powerful than any alien energy I've ever connected to. And it can kind of take it, I believe it can take over you. If I mean in a good way and in a bad way, depending on what's going on with you. It can be a good way where it doesn't mean things are gonna happen fast. You have to be patient too. Now, Sword in the Stone is connected to King Arthur. Now, I'll give you something really weird. Because what I connected to with King Arthur time period, like a parallel reality, wherever it might be, where it was that time period was even before, or not exactly King Arthur himself, but the medieval world obviously was there. Oh, they're giving me more indication of it. Was obviously around, obviously, way before the Egyptians. But if you look at, I mean, only reason because they're like knights and castles and all of that. Yes, at a fourth dimensional energy, think about a castle at a fourth and 5D energy, where it's not all grim and ugly. It's beautiful and nice. Like, I guess like Lord of the Rings. I don't know Lord of the Rings that well, but something very positive. It had to come from somewhere. Think about that during time of Atlantis or a part of Atlantis or somewhere, a castle in the middle of the ocean, stuff like that, but more high vibrational. And these Agarthians are very powerful. I would say even more powerful than Atlanteans because they're connected to the earth. The Atlanteans are very connected to the earth, but they're also connected to the alien energies. It made them diverse. It made them a little bit different. Not to say Agarthians aren't connected to aliens either. They are. It's just done differently. Their connections, their DNA splicing was different. It just was. They didn't lose their sanity like we did. It's like, who's in the third dimension? Who isn't? Yeah. Well, us. I don't see any dragons anywhere. Well, not in the physical. So, yeah. Who got the lower part of the stick? So we got into, obviously we got into stuff, at least the Atlantean human. This is probably not new news, but either way. Well, maybe it is. The Atlanteans got into stuff that they probably shouldn't have been tangled into, but you got to experiment anyway, right? You got to do it. And the Agarthians like, you probably shouldn't be doing that. You probably shouldn't be doing that. You probably shouldn't be smoking this. Probably shouldn't be sleeping with that girl or whatever you're getting involved with. You might want to be a little bit more careful on what the hell you're doing. And Atlanteans like, we don't care. They're experimenters. And here we are. It's like experimenting gone way wrong. So yeah, so next time you have an affair with an antelope, you might want to rethink that. So they connected to everything. It's like almost as if everyone was a scientist. The scientists went amok, and a lot of that was part of the Martian energies, but it's part of curiosity. And it just took it to a whole new level where we're alien to the Agarthians. And the Agarthians are, it's like, either way, obviously many Agarthians here are reincarnated as human. They're curious. They're very psychic. They're Looney Tunes. They're all smoking. Like on LSD and stuff like that. Gives you an idea who the Olmerians are, to an extent at least. So the Agarthians are very careful what information they give us too, because of what we're handling, or they have kind of the same thing as the aliens do. The aliens here are like us, have been through hell. Of course, the Agarthians have been through hell on a different level. The aliens have been what's my perspective, many alien civilizations were, we really test them. I believe Atlanteans here went to other alien civilizations. Sometimes went really well. Sometimes like it was hell on earth. It's like, we're going to take over your planet. It's like, holy shit. It's like, what the fuck, Mike? It's like, obviously it's not a world like. So this one kind of, so they had to turn this world into a prison planet to keep us from fucking around with everybody. That part of it. It's like we're out screwing around with everybody. It's like, so it's like they had to shut the world off. So some Atlanteans went into a darkness on purpose to shut down the parade. Some Atlanteans incarnated to have a low vibration to become psychotic to destroy the damn thing. Because you had to do it from within. Outside wasn't working. You had to incarnate, and this took a long time from what I'm gathering. It's like you had to become, and people do choose that stuff. They choose to be negative. I believe that's what there's many. I feel that not everybody. It only takes one or two to get things going. Look at World War II. You only need a few to come in to cause trouble. You have to have. It took a while, but some had to just really kind of shut the sucker down. It was really getting out of control. It needed to be destroyed because it was abusing its power. And it wasn't going away. And would they have destroyed the earth? I don't think so. It might have seemed like they were. But during the end, it felt like they're going to destroy the world because it was actually going to destroy Atlantis itself, get rid of it. Because it became so toxic it was toxic, but it sustained itself. But then it became so toxic, it just wiped itself out. Obviously, that's where many religions come from. The religious energies came from, because the religion was already there during the dark times. Because it's like, who do you believe in? Believe in me. I'm Jesus. Look at me. Come on, ladies, come on over. There was a lot of that going on. I believe so. Part of whatever programs are going, for DNA and stuff like that. Obviously, many of them made it over to different species, over lands, and we have our lovely. It was always a religious energy. It just, when it lost itself, who do we go to? It's like usually worlds connect to the collective. There's always going to be some kind of religious energy there somewhere. It's just ours is like psychotic. There's always going to be some kind of belief system. What's religious like? Not going to have deities and angels worshiping, but there's going to be some kind of belief system there. Let's put it that way. And this ours became, when Atlantis became rotten, it divided itself. And some left Atlantis, went other places, and just took kind of like the religion idea, at least the vibration of, I know what the hell I'm doing, follow me. Even if I don't know what the hell I'm doing, stuff like that. It's, anyway, it's just, it's not looking good. It feel like it just became, something rotten in Denmark. It became so disgusting. Even angels had to incarnate as dark angels to take the place down. It's like it was like so dark it was sustaining itself. It can have lasted forever like that, but it had to hit, it just had needed the right individuals to go dark to take it down. And eventually it did. Something like a Hitler, I guess. A couple of them to destroy it, to use weapons that they shouldn't be using. Take it to an ultimate level of darkness. And the earth, of course, went through. I mean, it just every poison, and a lot of them did come from Orion that were very toxic. Jeez. Lovely. I love it. So obviously the Agarthians were very kind of disconnected from humans after that. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you people? So there has been wars with aliens, with Agarthians, a little bit of everything. Now that Agarthians were always thinking right, they were kind of a pain in the ass. Everybody's a pain in the ass to each other. It's just like, this is our world, get the hell off of here, get the hell out of here. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of get rid of the humans, they're all fucked up. So, I mean, like the Dark Ages kind of gives you an idea of eradicating humanity. There's different ways of looking at it. Part of it was to get rid of it. Others are obviously we're still here by miracles. But some beings wanted to get rid of us. Some of it was from the Orion War energies. But it was talk about a purge. You can say like the vampire energies of, that's true. I talked about vampires. I never brought up Vlad the Impaler. Yeah, this is very positive if anybody was wondering. Jeez. Well, Vlad the Impaler, I feel like he came from Agartha. And yeah, it gives you kind of an idea how he's like, I can do this in Agartha and I can do this in in this reality too. So I told you Agartha isn't always, it has its moments. Well, there's different areas. It's vast. It's it's different. There's Shangri-La. There's different areas of it. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings. Because when I'm not looking for Vlad the Impaler disconnected to it. It's like where they're telling me it. It's like, yeah, this, the Middle Earth has a lot of issues, as we do. They've cleared out a lot of that. But so this is why they use caution. It's just, it's very powerful energy. It's great stuff, but you gotta be careful. It's not to say that connecting to it can, a lot of Agarthians went against the aliens. It caused a lot of difficulties for them. Alien mutations, like with the Zetas, it caused a lot of difficulties for them. It's like, we don't want you here. If you're going to be here, you're going to do what we want you to do. You can see some of the wizard energies involved with that. If your Zetas have a lot of Fey energy, a lot of depends on your Zeta, of course, but some do have fairy energy. So I believe there's all kinds of different Zetas. It's not just an AI group Zeta. There's all kinds. But say there's only an AI version, that tells you that's tunnel vision. That's like the third dimensional version of it to keep you feeling safe at night. Not to say you can't be safe at night, but there's vast stuff out there that's like nuts. I think it's shark people. Do you hear about shark people anywhere? No, they do exist. That's in Agartha. So there's also a vast amount of stuff that one of the things I picked up on, I don't know when this is going to happen. A lot of stuff it's like ever since I started too. A lot of stuff's going to go into fiction, like movies here and there, because it's going to have to eventually get people to start thinking a little bit differently. They're like, yeah, I want to stay in third dimension. I want to eat McDonald's until I'm 90 and incarnate again, do it all over again. But little by little, this stuff's going to break through consciousness. And don't you want to know a little bit more about your world? Yeah, sure. I'll watch it on Netflix. That's all I can handle right now, which is fine. But I mean, this is like crazy ass shit. I mean, think about a half human, half shark being. Like the teeth, the eyes. I feel like it's a kind of like a werewolf. It changes form. That's it. Yeah, I can turn into a shark. Yeah, there you go. Jeez, that's a new one. Yeah, a shape-shifting shark being. That's a new one. Yeah, it makes sense. Yep, you can become a possessed like a. Man, what the hell are the Syrians up to? What the fuck? So, yeah, I can see that. I can feel that. Jeez. All right. Yeah, there you go. Who needs psychedelic stuff when you can just live it in the real world? Eventually it'll be brought here. So yeah, that's really another reality, but it can be brought into ours when the time is right. A shape-shifting shark, that's a first for me. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, they get the shark gene through an early age, and obviously they're water people, but some do live on land, and they just realize they just get near water and they start shifting. Imagine it turn into a big fish. You're like, hey, I'm gonna go for a swim. They turn into a fish. It's like something might be wrong with me. Jeez. That's a new one. Sure, why not? So, all right. I think all right, that's all I got for tonight. Hopefully that's your dose of insanity. More to come tomorrow. We're gonna go into, I'm not sure what. Let all that sink in a little bit. Oh my gosh. What the fuck am I connected to? And here, no, I'm not smoking anything. I'm not drinking anything. I didn't do it before I drank water. That's about it. Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone. Much love. Good night.